So the Smiths are done with you. Forever. You must leave at once.
You guys don't want me to leave, right?
Welcome to WatchMojo. And today we're looking at the most satisfying consequences for mischief committed by American Dad's lovably sociopathic alien, Roger. Be warned about spoilers for individual episodes and long-term character arcs.
The Decider! That is classic! I am loving this!
Number 10. Trapped in the sun's orbit. The Smiths get lost in space when Roger tries to prove his astronautical driving skills.
Driving in space is way harder than driving on land. Up here, even the slightest mistake will get us all killed. So if I can do this, you'll have no choice but to trust me behind the wheel of a car.
That's your plan to get us to trust you?
They then encounter a Roger from the future, who claims his incompetence will get his family killed. But future Roger has actually gone mad and plans to crash the spaceship directly into the sun. Roger Prime literally gains the upper hand when his future self, misunderstanding time travel, cuts off his own hands to alter the past.
Well played, but it's not over yet. Good luck trying to push a button without any hands.
He is ultimately ejected into the sun, then knocked into its orbit by a passing Tesla. It appears Roger can be useful, at least when thwarting his own mischief. The cosmic irony is rounded out by the handless future Roger's inability to do the next best thing to getting intimate with the sun.
No! I'm stuck in perfect orbit!
Number 9. Lost clown teaching license. Roger's intense tutelage usually means more reward for himself than his students.
I'm a little confused because you said here on your application you wanted to be a clown. More than anything.
Steve still believes in his harsh process as an instructor at a clown school, until Roger reveals that it was all just to motivate another pupil. Steve finally takes action by reporting Roger to the North American Federation of Clowning Academics.
I'd like to file a report. An instructor, well, he hit me.
He may have embellished the teacher's abuses a bit, but Roger's chaotic mentorship is finally put to an end. Steve also gets one last laugh when the Whiplash parody turns to it in an epilogue. Clown Roger vows revenge on an adult Steve from a sewer, only to get stuck like his old student did in a tiny car.
I'll be straight with you, Steve. I need your help. Both financially and just, to get out of the sewer. How long ago did he walk away?
Oh, quite a while ago.
Number 8. Kicked by horse Stan. Roger gets Stan involved in a gambling scheme that involves investing in a racing horse.
Stan, you have to buy this horse. It's a guaranteed winner.
What? That horse is a joke!
Look, I've been holding it back with tranquilizers so it loses and the odds go way up. Then at next week's Langley Derby, I'll let it run to its full potential and we'll make a fortune.
But it's Stan who gets in trouble whenever Roger confesses to each mishap in the plot. The duo finally come up with the idea to use CIA technology to switch Stan's mind with the horses. First order of business, of course, is to kick Roger in the face for tattling to Francine.
Look at me! I'm trotting!
Oh, fancy.
Hey, check out what else I can do! Stop telling Francine on me!
It may have had something to do with Roger tricking Stan into giving the horse a full release. Stan shouldn't be messed with even when he doesn't have hooves. You still have to love Roger's coy response.
You get one of those. You get one of those, horse Stan.
Number 7. Roasted. For his 1601st birthday, Roger insists that the Smiths give him his own celebrity roast.
Roger, do you even know what a roast is?
Of course I do. I was a member of the Friars Club in the 60s.
They're kind enough to oblige, but much less kind at the roast itself. They really tear into Roger's wild behavior, sexual depravity, and lack of financial responsibility. He sits there and takes it behind giant sunglasses until he pulls them down to reveal that he'd been crying heavily.
Why? Why would you do this? What did I ever do to any of you to make you say those incredibly hurtful things?
Are you serious?
Does it look like I'm not serious?
You almost feel sorry for him for hearing about the grief he causes the Smiths. That sympathy quickly ends with Roger spending the rest of the episode trying to kill his family. He may ultimately get a healthy lesson in laughing at oneself.
Oh my God! I am a part of this family. You do love me. I feel it now. I'm letting it wash over me.
But clearly, the Smiths didn't find his disproportionate revenge anything to make fun of. Number 6. Shot by Jeff. Roger has made the good-natured Jeff Fisher suffer even before revealing that he's an alien.
Hey, babe, let's go try that weird skiing that's like this.
Remind me to never take this hat off. I got everything held together up there with a chip clip.
The hippie pacifist wasn't so quick to get over being hired to clean the attic Roger lives in. After Jeff was paid for his services, Roger immediately, violently stole the money back in a burglar disguise.
Give me your money! Is that the come back and kick me whistle?
Still, Jeff kept coming back to work, then getting mugged. It was surprising enough when he finally confronted the burglar, Roger.
You know, I remember a time when this was a safe hallway. I left my door unlocked. Kids played after dark. I could walk home without being scared. And I don't want to be scared anymore.
Never mind when he pulled out a handgun and emptied a clip into his tormentor. With everything Jeff would go on to survive, certainly Roger could handle being gunned down. It was nonetheless a cathartic moment for American Dad's nicest character. Number 5. Thrown off a cliff. Roger and Francine hit the road for a dance competition, despite being a bit rusty on a leap and catch move.
7, 8.
Oh my God, you stupid bitch. Why did you drop me? I can't breathe.
Francine was initially just irritated by her partner's detour to crash a funeral. She's then disturbed to learn that the trip was a ruse to force her into helping Roger shave the deceased's hair for a wig.
I told you that no one makes a decent red wig these days, so I had to go find my own. Took her years to finally croak, but it was worth the wait.
Francine, in turn, deceives Roger into one last dance on a cliffside. She finally executes the catch perfectly before tossing Roger off the cliff. Francine's dance training didn't go to waste after all. Unfortunately, her triumph didn't last long before the plummeting Roger reminded her that he has the car keys.
I have the car keys in my pocket!
Number 4. Mission on Earth. When Stan confronts Roger about his attitude, the alien's mission on Earth is finally revealed. Roger is the decider, sent to determine whether the planet should be spared by his race.
I was sent here on a top-secret mission to decide if the people of Earth should live or die. And what you just said there, you crossed the line, buddy. I've decided.
He then takes Stan to his crashed spaceship in Roswell to spitefully order mankind's destruction. He instead discovers a letter informing passers-by that the prototype ship's pilot was a living crash test dummy. Roger was not expected to survive his flight.
The alien inside is merely a crash test dummy who most likely died upon impact.
Crash test dummy? But they told me.
He is effectively humbled into an existential crisis. Much to Stan's amusement, Roger's sense of purpose is nonetheless restored by Stan entrusting him with his EpiPen. Of course, with Roger hesitating at the first opportunity to stop an allergy attack, one can see why his superiors lied about his usefulness.
I am the decider, and I will decide.
Roger!
And I decide to give him the shot.
It's empty!
But I only used it once.
Number 3. Lost friendship necklace. Just when Stan and Roger's bond is strengthened by a friendship necklace, things turn sour after a trip to wine country. There, Roger and Francine share a drunken kiss, which the latter is willing to confess to.
Roger!
What?
God! Why did you do that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean, I'm sorry. I'm drunk.
Roger, however, is so desperate to keep Stan from finding out that he buries Francine in a vineyard. He ultimately does the same with Stan when he contemplates divorcing Francine after learning the truth.
You don't have to get divorced and sell the attic, because I was the one who kissed Francine. But it didn't mean anything. It was just a drunken slip-up.
Damn it, Roger, get me the hell out of here!
Stan is next seen already freed, pummeling Roger and taking away his friendship necklace. This may have been a natural reaction after the series of overreactions.
Not the necklace!
The beatdown is still hilariously jarring for Roger wearing a cat costume that's never explained. Number 2. Shatters for world peace. American Dad celebrates 300 episodes by concluding the saga of the golden turd Roger laid in the first season.
Jim, look! Behind this bush, there's a turd made of solid gold.
And it's studded with diamonds and gems.
His selfishness getting him kicked out of the house was also a long time coming. Meanwhile, a religious council determines that his turd's corrupting power can only be stopped by the artifact's return to its source. This disgusting act brings about world peace while shattering Roger into 300 pieces.
Well, it's official. I'm not black.
How do you know?
Heh, 'cause black don't...
That says a lot about the beloved agent of chaos. Only after the Smiths reassemble Roger and kill each other over the golden turd does he realize the consequences of his ego. All the same, after using the turd to go back in time and eliminate it, Roger returns to annoying the family he saved.
Can't we think of one memory that wasn't ruined by Roger?
Enchanté. The name's Hibachi Liberace. Terrible origami art... Wait a second, I feel like I'm not supposed to do this.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Forced to be nice. With Francine's tendency to enable Roger, she helps him stage his own kidnapping to make Stan better appreciate him.
If you want to see Roger again,
bring $1,000 to the abandoned ice factory in Lanston by 6 p.m.
or we cut him in half.
As Stan shows indifference to the situation, the hidden Roger takes his frustrations out on his confidants. This eventually pushes her to demand that Roger be nicer or be rejected by the family. He lives up to that demand, but his physical condition deteriorates.
I was nice in the end. You'll remember that.
Save your strength.
It turns out his people need to expel fatal toxins by being mean. Roger thankfully revives himself with permission to ridicule the Smiths, but learns to show more respect.
You are terrible. You've got no rhythm, no coordination.
Francine, in turn, learns a lesson in not letting Roger get away with too much. The diva may live, but he'll now have to do it with violent consequences for annoying Stan. What are your favorite Roger Smith misadventures and comeuppances on American Dad? Probe the comments below.
I got beat up by a taco.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.